lights are out and you stumble in the dark. You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me.
Welcome everybody to the Davis Brothers Roofing Cup Series. I'm Joseph Lester, and Josh Coppernoll is in the booth with me tonight. How you doing, Josh?
I'm doing great. One of my favorite short tracks out there on the NASCAR circuit. We got Martinsville. Love this track, and I expect that we're gonna see some great racing tonight, Joseph.
Yeah, we really are, and as you can see on track, we got some people down there. That is Josh Ward in the Edge Setup Shop #1 Chevrolet. And we got some changes in the lineup this week. Tony Burt is in the 4-car. And then we got David Barnes in the 88, so two sort of number changes, and I'm excited. There's also the league owner is giving $10 to anybody who can get a 0x this race that finishes on the lead lap. So that's a nice little incentive to keep it green, and I personally think it's going to work.
Yeah, racing like official races, anybody on iRacing knows that short tracks are crazy caution fest. When you get into league racing, a lot of times they can be clean, but sometimes, they're not. And with an incentive like that, $10 to anybody who can finish on the lead lap and have 0x, I think it's going to motivate them to, hey, it's $10 and I can finish in 11th place. I still get $10 as long as I keep my car clean and I finish on the lead lap. It just makes me $10 richer.
It sure does, and iRacing can get expensive, so that $10 is really gonna help these guys pay for maybe setups or tracks or cars for either Xfinity or trucks. But definitely fun to nice little incentive, I think. But we're about to finish up qualifying in about a minute, so I mean, Alex Murray is on pole right now, and you see Josh Ward just going around making laps. Well, that's something you can do on iRacing you can't do in real life, since you're split up into like a bunch of different groups while qualifying. You can go out there and practice and qualifying and run as many laps as you want, and it might pay off for Josh Ward as he's starting 5th.
Yeah, a little bit more track time never hurts at all, and right now, as you said, he is going to start 5th. Doesn't look like anybody else will be taking a qualifying lap with just a few seconds left. So Josh Ward, he's getting some more laps under his belt that could absolutely help him in the long run.
Yeah, I mean, and he practiced to help get that $10. So qualifying is over, and we're going to head into the race. I'm excited. Let's go ahead and go through our grid. Pole, you got Alex Murray. 2nd, RJ Root. 3rd, you have Ryan Samuelson. 4th, JC Gibson. 5th, Josh Ward. 6th, Nolan Hodgson. 7th, Marty Roberts. 8th, Tom McGee. 9th, Austin Story. 10th, Steve Giberson. 11th, Kavaja Holt. 12th, Warren Young. Josh?
Starting 13th is going to be Randy Spivey. 14th will be Bob Nestor. 15th is Dakota Cave. Charles Eaton will start 16th. Leo Bonacasa will start from the 17th position. Nicholas Breidenbach in the 18th position. Chris Gore, 19th. Ryan Decker, 20th. Chris Claude will start 21st. Andrew Layton, 22nd. Joe Stafford, 23rd. And Jeff Carson, 24th. Joseph?
25th will be Kevin Rourke. 26th will be Tony Burt. 27th, John Buwalda. 8th, Dave Regal. 9th, Chad Sanner. 10th, Alex Brinson. 11th, Seba Cornez. 12th, Ken Ron. 13th, William Fink. 31st, Seba Cornez. 32nd, Ken Ron. 33rd, William Fink. 34th, David Barnes. And rounding out the field, certainly last but not least, Jeff O'Rourke. And that was your starting lineup. And we're about to go green here. One more pace lap to get these guys going. And we're about to have an amazing race, I think.
Yeah, no doubt. A lot of teammates starting up front. The first 3 positions. Going to be exciting to see how that will play out.
It really will. 4 out of the top 5 are all affiliated, which is a neat little fact. Now, Ryan Samuelson in 3rd. He'll restart behind Alex Murray. Those 3 teammates got the top 3. They're off and away. A little bit of team orders to let RJ Root in. Now 4 drivers that are affiliated with each other are all on the inside line about to get by for 4th.
That was a well-orchestrated start there. Ryan Samuelson to allow RJ Root to get involved there. And you see 3 wide on the exit. Nolan Hodgson on the other end of that, unfortunately, all the way at the on the outside.
A lot of action going on. Nolan Hodgson is battling on the outside of Josh Ward. I didn't think we'd see that much fight on the top, but he finally gives way. And right behind him is Marty Roberts. He's having... Oh, Josh Ward's around! Terrible luck for him, but thankfully nobody runs into him, so he'll bring out our first caution. And, Josh Ward went around. Man, unfortunate for him.
We saw Josh Ward, making those extra practice laps in qualifying, and one thing that I have noticed this week with myself running officials, this track, it is so easy to lock up the brakes on corner entry. Also, really spinning on corner exit. I'm wondering now if maybe that was just an issue for Josh Ward on getting into the corner, just kind of locking up the brakes.
Well, it's sort of like locking up the brakes. It would be locking up the rears right there. Basically, it's called wheel hop, where the rear tires aren't spinning and they're just skipping. Like, skipping off the ground. And, that sent him around. Thankfully, he held his brake and nobody, got into him.
And that is absolutely huge here, because this is such a short track, and that is a good heads-up driving by everybody around him to not make that more of an issue than what it was. So he didn't even hit the wall, back up into it. So his car is clean. Just his tires may be a little bit upset, or they are definitely upset. So has to take care of those tires and try to rebound and regroup from here.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many tire sets they get. I'm sure you know, but definitely want to save those for the end. But tire wear also not that big of a factor this week.
Yeah, it is very, very hard to have any fall off here. I know some of these drivers, they were running 100 laps on a set of tires and only just a little bit of fall off at all. There's like none.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to watch as this race goes on. Let's do a little bit of a driver shout out. Marty Roberts hasn't really had the best of seasons, but he's up there in the top 10, almost the top 5. He's one spot out of that.
And doing a great job. I mean, early on in this race, obviously still a long way to go, but to be up there this early, he had a great qualifying start position, and pretty much up front is where you want to be on these races. More of the chaos happens in the back of the short tracks.
Yeah, it sure does. And we got Rebecca Miller in chat saying, "Go Dakota Cave." Always want to shout you guys out in chat, but we're gonna continue to shout the drivers out that you all comment in the comment section. Independence Racing Network said, "Let's go Bob Nestor, Chris Claude, Dave Regal, and Jeff Carson." Alright, we're about to go green once again. Alex Murray at the point, RJ Root on the outside. They go almost exactly like the first start, except RJ holds a little stronger on the top. Will he be able to make the move on the outside lane? No. Ryan Samuelson will let his teammate in. Now Nolan Hodgson and Tom McGee starting to battle, and Austin Story's up to 6th.
Right here, you're going to see the difference in lines. And Martinsville is such a paperclip track that you would think you'd want to wrap it right around the bottom, but some drivers may try to do a diamond in where they enter low, kind of come out just a little bit, and then cut it back down into the corner for exit, kind of like looking at the shape of a diamond. It'd be interesting to see what these drivers are doing up front. It looks like all of them are really just kind of wrapping the bottom. I say that as Nolan Hodgson was a little bit high there in the corner, but still no fight from the 23 of Austin Story just yet.
Yeah, something I'm noticing is Nolan's able to drive it in a lot deeper. I wonder if that'll affect him in the longer run. But we got a caution with Charles Eaton involved. Let's go back and watch this. So, he and Andrew Layton Andrew just dives it in deep and gets into Charles Eaton. Unfortunate for him there. Hopefully he can get it back going.
That is very unfortunate. This early in the race. Don't want that to happen. But at least if it were to happen, it is early in the race.
Yeah, I mean, like we said earlier, there is a reward for finishing on the lead lap to 0x. And some of these guys have already been taken out of the running just by spins. But as we go through the field real quick, Alex Murray leading, RJ Root second, Ryan Samuelson third, Tom McGee will be in fourth, Nolan Hodgson fifth, sixth Austin Story, seventh Kavaja Holt, eighth Marty Roberts, ninth Steve Giberson, 10th Randy Spivey, 11th Warren Young, 12th Bob Nestor, 13th Dakota Cave, 14th Nick Brodenbach, and 15th Joe Stafford. I expect those two to get up there towards the front here soon. They're always up there towards the end. Andrew Layton, 16th, 17th Ryan Decker, 18th Leo Bonacasa, 19th Chris Claude, and the top 20, rounding out the top 20, Jeff Carson. So definitely some big names towards the back there, but I expect them to get back up through the front here soon.
Oh, definitely. Lap 15, still 186 laps to go. These guys do have a couple more before they go back green, but still a long ways to go. As they say, the cream rises to the top, so definitely expect to see guys like Joe Stafford and Nicholas Breidenbach get up to the front.
Yeah, I expect so as well. Definitely looking forward to see them work their way through the field. We got one more lap under yellow, I believe, after this one. So, I believe next caution will get a commercial break in, but definitely some exciting racing through the first 15 laps. Couple cautions, but it's just been like single car spins. Charles Eaton, not faulting him. It seems like Andrew Layton sent it a little deep, but you're seeing some of these guys get to the front that you might not normally see up here. But of course I say that, and the top 6, I believe, are all top 10 in points.
Yeah, Kavaja Holt currently in 7th or 8th spot there. I've raced with him plenty of times in official races. And, good to see him up there in the top 10.
Yeah, for sure. And Alex Murray gonna lead once again. I'm sorry if I'm blinking. Not sure what that's about. You're seeing it kind of cut in and out, but it's back green, and they're gonna pull the same thing they've done all night long. Alex Murray getting a good jump, and RJ Root falling right in behind. I believe we got a battle between Tom McGee and Nolan Hodgson. Nolan drives it in deep. Oh, how close is that? They might have made a little contact on exit.
Yeah, if they didn't, that was very close. And great job by not turning that into a much bigger issue than what it could have been. Nolan doing a great job here, hanging on the bottom of Tom McGee.
Yeah, and we're seeing a 3-4 car battle up here for this 4th spot. It's really surprising to see that outside looking at least half as decent as it is. Nolan Hodgson's going to get clear there. Now it's going to be up to Austin Story to get by Tom McGee. Tom McGee drives it in deep and was able to stick it, but he'll lose it on exit.
And for Tom McGee, he's lucky that he found a hole there behind Nolan Hodgson and 23 of Austin Story, because you look behind Austin Story, there is a line of cars, and that could have really trapped McGee on the outside for quite a while. He does maybe get a little bit of a bad entry there into 3, but still in front of Austin Story.
Yeah, like one bad entry can hurt the whole thing. Oh, almost a little contact there between Austin and Tom McGee, and keeping it clean though. Austin had to hit the brakes.
Yeah, it just comes down to knowing who you're racing, trusting them, and having a lot of respect for your peers and your competitors on track.
Now we go back in the lower portion of the pack, and oh, Joe Stafford wrecked. Not sure what happened here. Let's go ahead and watch it. Joe just running a good line, and oh, somebody came down into him. Not sure who that was. We'll have to go back and watch. I believe that was the 60th Steve Guyberson. It was. Unfortunate for Joe, because that's quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, he is completely missing his nose on his number 57 Chevy. Very unfortunate for Joe Stafford.
But yeah, that Stop Big Water Chevrolet for Joe Stafford, just not the season he's wanted. He's running like top 5 in points, but he's wrecked out of quite a few races. But one thing about him, he'll keep going and keep pushing, even if he does get caught up in a wreck, unless it's too bad. So, I expect him to be a top 15 driver the rest of the race. Just look for him to get his damage fixed throughout the race, and we'll watch him as he gets through the field.
See, just behind him, the leader, Alex Murray, still having his. Sorry, Joseph, but I'm gonna say Alex Murray still has his 2 teammates behind him. The Sim Racing Edge.
Yeah, I was about to say, Alex Murray's girlfriend's in chat cheering him on. But, let's go ahead and go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Davis Brothers has been providing homeowners and businesses with exceptional roofing services since 1983. From repairing roofs on small homes to installing new roofs on large commercial retailers, no job is too big or too small. Your home is an important part of your life, and your roof is an essential part of your home. We understand that. Whether you're inspecting, repairing, or replacing your roof, we'll treat your home like it's our very own. Low slope, steep slope, big or small, it doesn't matter, we do them all. And remember, we have the capabilities and the manpower to take on any size job.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back, and we're back green already. Alex Murray gets another great jump. Tom McGee, restarting in the 5th position, gets by Nolan and Austin after Nolan got by him that last time. We'll see if Nolan can get back by him, and we got a wreck in the back between Chris Gore and Jeff O'Rourke. Let's see what happened here. Oh. That was between Charles Eaton. Let's see what happened here. Looked like he just got turned by the 33 of Ken Ron. Yeah, that was Ken Ron. Unfortunate for him. But as we're back under caution, it's definitely been an entertaining race even through the cautions.
Yeah, no doubt. These guys up front have been racing hard and not giving much. This guy's doing a great job, and definitely
Yeah.
excited to see, if Nolan Hodgson can take the fourth spot back in this restart.
Well, I mean, been a great race, like we've said. It's been fun, and we got a couple more laps. If we keep getting cautions, I don't see these guys pitting this race with how little the fall off is. But if we keep getting cautions, I don't see the top three changing at all with how dominant they've been on these short runs.
Well, they will have to pit for fuel, but as far as tires go, with the fall off not really being there, it'd be interesting to see if these drivers do take some kind of strategy, whether they take 2 tires or no tires. I'm very curious, and is somebody going to play a different strategy? Is, one of these cautions somebody going to come in early? And, by the time that Murray, Root, Samuelson, them guys pit, is somebody going to cycle up to the lead because of different strategy? So I don't really expect much of a challenge at this point, but it is going to be very interesting to see what kind of strategy will play out.
Yeah, for sure. And in chat we got Gracie Deskins saying keep it up, RJ Root. So definitely gonna keep an eye on him throughout the race as always. As he always is up front every week. But the field's lining up to go back green. Here we go, coming to the green flag. Alex Murray, RJ Root, and Ryan Samuelson will lead him to the green for the 4th time today. And a better restart for Nolan Hodgson. That'll get him under the 47 of Tom McGee. Will he be able to make the pass? No. Tom McGee has been so strong on that top line on these restarts that nobody's been able to really get by him. So we'll have to see if that continues as we're at 36 of 200. Cautions out for John Buwalda. Let's see what happened here. Oh, Buwalda just don't know. We'll have to go back and watch that again. Do you think that was on Josh Ward or Buwalda? Or more of a
I'm not
racing
sure.
play?
Walda did kind of run a little bit high. I think Josh Ward may not have realized he was quite there, and just getting off the corner like he normally would.
Yeah, that's just a racing deal to me. We'll have to see after the race what the admins determine. But, we're about to go back. Not sure what's up, but Austin Story pitted.
It could very well be like what I was talking about, trying different strategy. So, yeah, it is going to put him in the back, but by the time everybody else pits, Austin Story won't have to. And, he's actually sitting at the end of pit road, so I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they gave him a 1-lap penalty or what. I don't know why they would do that. That's really strange by him. he'll go back. That was super odd. Josh, if you go into their team channel and ask him what happened, I can hold it down.
Alrighty.
Well, while he's going to get the or not the in-race reporter, the pit road reporter's info, we'll continue to see Alex Murray and RJ Root, Ryan Samuelson, Tom McGee, and Nolan Hodgson keep it up. Looks like a little bit of joking going on between Tom McGee, Alex Murray, and RJ Root. Tom McGee saying he can go left and right like them. Kind of funny. But we got Josh Coppernell back here.
Yeah, it was just simple. Austin had to go and use the restroom, so he came down pit road.
That's pretty funny. Pretty funny. We're about to go green here, but we did get info that the $10 reward is only if they stay under 10 cautions. It's lap 40 and we've got 5, so that's going to be interesting to watch if they can get some green flag runs here. Anyways, Alex Murray is leading them to the green once again for the 5th time tonight. Will he get a good run out like always? Yes, he does. And Ryan Samuelson and RJ... Whoa! RJ Root got by Alex Murray there. What a restart for RJ Root, and he'll go to the point.
That was absolutely great by Root. And I think there might have been a little bit of contact behind them between the 54 and the 47. Hodgson and McGee. I think Hodgson might have sent it into the corner just a little bit too deep, and I'm not 100% sure if I saw that correct. I might see some damage on the right side there.
Well, let's go back and watch and see if they did make some contact. You see the restart here. RJ gets by Alex Murray, Nolan, and Tom McGee. I don't see any contact.
I believe it's going to be right here, Joseph.
Oh, a little bit of netcode, you're right. Definitely unfortunate for those two, but they kept it together, and we're having a good, nice little run here. Caution's out. It's the commentator's curse, I'm telling you what.
Oh, is that JC Gibson, maybe? I think
oh!
like his...
Let's see here.
I think that might have been JC Gibson, yeah.
So, JC Gibson gets a little help from Tony Burt, goes around, keeps it up there. And then Jeff Carson, I believe, just loops it, trying to miss it. And lucky for Austin Story, he got through that. And yes, that was Jeff Carson.
JC Gibson did a good job there, making sure he didn't get any damage, despite having that spin.
How about we bring in RJ Root and see how he got around Alex Murray there in that restart. See if it was some teamwork or if it wasn't planned. Hey RJ, this is the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
I got you guys.
Hey man, we saw that move on the outside. Was that a little bit of team orders or was that just pure speed?
We ended up trying out different gear ratios, and I found a gear ratio that I prefer a little bit better, and it's got a little bit of better of a launch on the restarts. But that was one of those that I just hit the restart perfect, and he said, "All right, you know what, you can have it."
Yeah, man, great job there. We'll continue to see you guys battle throughout the season. We'll let you go back to your team and have fun.
All right, thank you.
Well, you heard it there, just a little bit of a gear ratio adjustment, and that's what got RJ Root out on the front by Alex Murray. New paint scheme for Alex Murray this week, actually. I think. Maybe not. But definitely strong performance by FFR this season. Maybe stronger than last year.
Yeah, they have absolutely dominated already the beginning of the season. I think that right now they're proven to be the team to beat, and especially since right now they're running 1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah, for sure. And we've really seen them come on strong at the short tracks and road courses. So it's been fun to watch. Anyways, we're going 1 to green here. Little bit of change up front. RJ Root leads, Alex Murray second, and third, Ryan Samuelson. But fourth is Nolan Hodgson this time, and Tom McGee fifth. We'll see if that holds strong. But I'm excited for this restart, and I think everybody should be. You see the cars drive by. Barney Fife Jr. will wave the green flag. And now we're going back into the battle for the lead. Alex Murray is out there now. We are looking like Daytona right now. 2x2x2. And will Nolan Hodgson get by Ryan Samuelson?
He is absolutely strong on that outside line right there, and RJ Root now finally able to get past Murray, but right there for third, Hodgson still
He
doing
is still
such a
on the
great
top.
job.
Man, finally
Finally.
is able to get down to the bottom, and Ryan throws a block, and Nolan's going right back to the top. Man, I think he found something up there and kind of likes it.
I don't know if I've ever really seen anybody do a successful pass on the outside at Martinsville where somebody didn't just kind of pull down on a straightaway.
Whoa.
But Hodgson was making it look pretty easy there. We do have another caution, though.
And I believe it was Joe Stafford once again. We'll see what happens here. Whoa. Tony Burt just sent it in there, and I don't know, but that kind of looked intentional. Maybe they had some contact throughout the race.
I'm not sure. It could have been somewhere he was getting payback. It also could have been just one of those instances where, you know, tire lockup and really got hard into the corner. Martinsville will really reach out and get you like that here with these, you know, Gen 7 cars where it'll be very easy to lock up those tires.
Yeah, for sure. Alex Murray's girlfriend does confirm that was it's a new paint scheme on that car this week, so looking good up in the front, like always. I don't think anybody can beat these FFR guys this season, it seems like.
You see them, that even under that last caution, they're just having fun, running 3 wide, under caution. Good for team photos.
Yeah. I know they make paint schemes over at the Edge as well. And go check them out on their website. They provided some setups to anybody who may not have the most stable setup this week. They sent out their setup in the Discord and said, hey, try this out.
Yeah, I'm very curious to know if how many people are driving that, and if these three are on setup very similar to that, or if they've spent the week adjusting on it. And I mean, we did hear that Root and Murray are running different gear ratios, so there is some differences out there, but just kind of curious to know.
Yeah, I mean, these guys just having fun. Um, Not really beating and banging, but definitely more lead changes under green than the Cup race last night already, with one. But, I mean, these guys gonna go green next time by, so we're gonna have some fun out here, and we'll see if anybody can beat these FFR guys. Um, Somebody said in chat, let's go Nolan Hodgson. Um, we've talked about him quite a bit this week.
Yeah, I think the way Tom McGee and Hodgson been racing, if they can really figure it out, and these guys get going, either of them might have a shot at these guys up front. We're going on
Yeah,
green.
Nolan Hodgson once again gets a great restart, and Nolan gets wide, and he'll fall back into the fourth position, and Tom McGee looks low, can't quite make the dive. He looked at it, but couldn't quite make the move, and looks like Nick Breidenbach, we talked about him earlier, is working his way through the field. He was 17th then, he is 9th now. So definitely a good improvement.
And doing a great job working his way to the front. Someone that we see up front quite a bit.
Yeah, we sure do. And Low Rat Fink AZ says, let's go 93 and 22. So I believe that's Randy Spivey and William Fink. Shout out to those guys. It is. Randy Spivey having a good run as always, running in the 8th position. But kind of spread out all throughout the field. Warren Young and Kavaja Holt making a move. We go back a little farther, and there's a pass being made between Chris Claude and Austin Story. I believe it's Austin making the move, and oh, there's a spinner. He keeps it straight, no caution, but man, what a save.
That was great awareness by all these other drivers, because I believe Chris Claude actually locked it up going into the corner. So not only did the drivers have to pay attention to exactly what Chris was doing, but pay attention to the driver that was on the curb as well. So great awareness by everybody around that corner.
It really was. And we saw Austin have to go use a restroom break. He's back up into almost the top 20. Has to get by Chad Sanner and Tony Burt, but it seems like he's not the happiest with Tony Burt. Tony goes wide and into the wall and spins it around. Man, you saw it there. Frustrations for Tony Burt. I think he's been in 3 or 4 of these. But we'll go back up to the front, and hasn't changed a bit. The top 5, top 10 is all the same. RJ Root, Alex Murray, Ryan Samuelson, Nolan Hodgson, Tom McGee, Warren Young, Kavaja Holt, Randy Spivey, 9th Nick Breidenbach, and 10th Ryan Decker, but he went and pitted. So we're seeing quite a few guys come down pit road.
Well, looks like a couple drivers. Seba Cornez being another one that just came down pit road, getting some service to his Toyota, but looks like Ken Ron also came down pit road as well.
Well, while we're doing this, let's go to our second commercial break, and we'll see you on the other side.
Drivers that took time, all of them within 3.5 tenths of each other tonight is going to be a very closely competitive race.
As the field works its way out of the 3-4 complex, the only thing that's left to say is wipe the visor, adjust the 5-point safety harness, because race fans, it's showtime!
Amazing looking cars already. Green flag will fly.
Well, oh, they're wrecking! Well, one thing that you're going to see at this track that we haven't seen the last few weeks is a surface that's multi-group. I think this is the first multi-group surface we're going to have.
After an amazing race at Daytona, we now come to the West Coast and Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California for the second round of the Way She Goes Racing League Cup Series.
Welcome back, everybody. We're at Martinsville Speedway in the Davis Brothers Roofing Cup Series. RJ Root continues to lead, Alex Murray second, Ryan Samuelson third. But here we go. RJ Root is off and away, and he is clear. But Nolan Hodgson once again putting the fight on the outside. But he'll fall back and try to get to that inside lane and see if he can hold off Tom McGee. Him and Tom McGee have been going at it all night long.
I think Nolan was really able to learn what Tom McGee was doing on that outside lane. And Nolan's been really putting in the work, doing a great job hanging out there. We got another caution, though, in one.
Let's see what happened. Oh, a massive wreck. It looked like, I'm not sure who that was right in front of Austin's Story. That was Dave Regal. Let's see. What happened there? I don't know. It's like, what did he break early, or did Austin just drive through him?
It honestly looked like the 21 slowed way up in the middle of the straightaway, and I wouldn't see why. I'm not exactly sure what would have happened there.
So, unfortunate for those guys, but we saw somebody right before that happened say in chat, "Big money, number 23, let's go." Unfortunate for Austin, but we hope he can get back going, as well as Chris Claude, William Fink, Bob Nestor, John Buwalda, all those guys caught up in that wreck. I believe Ken Ron was in that. Maybe even Tony Burt in it. Not sure. But, unfortunate for those guys that got caught up in it, but we'll just see. Top 3 still the same. Top 5 actually still the same. But let's go ahead and bring in Austin Story. He was involved in that wreck. He said he'd like to jump up in the booth. Hey Austin, this is the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey man, you got caught up in that one. Not sure what happened there, but walk us through how you were trying to get through the field after you took that restroom break.
Yeah, it's tough. You know, everyone in the field back here was braking at the end of the black NASCAR sign, and the I think it was the 21 braked at the beginning. So that really threw me off, and I didn't realize that he was braking so early and just ran into the back of him. But yeah, it's tough back here, man.
Yeah, man. We'll let you get back to your team because I think we're going green, but good luck out there.
Thank you.
That was the 23 car of Austin Story. Not the greatest of seasons for him. Just seems to get caught up in a lot of things. RJ Root continues to lead. Nolan Hodgson 4th. Alex Murray 2nd. But on the inside, Tom McGee, but the caution comes out, and Dave Regal and Tony Burt involved. Let's see what happened here. Dave Regal. Tony Burt just drove it in there, and yeah.
Yeah, we just heard from Austin, of course, saying that Regal is braking a little bit sooner than what Austin Story was expecting. I wonder if it was just the same thing there that happened.
Yeah, that could definitely be it, and it probably is what happened. But anyways, let's go to another commercial break. It'll be the final one of the race, but let's go ahead and get it out of the way.
With the Buttkicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Buttkicker, the future is feeling.
You know that guy? The one who, just minutes before the green flag, keys up his mic and asks, "Anybody got a setup?" Well, this is him. This is Adam. And Adam needs some help. This, on the other hand, is Steve. Steve is a solid racer, and he knows his way around the garage. Steve's problem is time. With a job and a family, he can't find enough time to build competitive setups and to race as often as he likes. But Steve knows a secret. Steve lets our crew chiefs do the setup work so he can focus on the racing. At majorsgarage.com, Steve can get setups for over 50 cars on the iRacing service, so no matter what series he wants to jump into, he is covered. Somebody really should tell Adam.
Welcome back, everybody. We're about to go green here in Martinsville, but what an amazing race!
Yeah, these guys done a great job so far up front.
Yeah, I mean, it's been caution-filled, but you expect that when you come to Martinsville here on iRacing. As you see Barney Fife Jr. wave that green flag, he's holding, and off and underway. Now we go into turn 1 with RJ Root still leading. Into turn 2, they're 3 wide. What in the world is going on here? Oh, and there's a wreck!
Big wreck.
A massive wreck. They were 3 wide, and Tom McGee might have just hooked him, and then everybody... Oh, that's a parking lot. That is a parking lot. How...
55, it's upside down.
I saw Oh. They're still wrecking.
What was that?
Let's go back and see that again. We see Tom McGee just no one was there. He came up, got hooked by Kavaja. Nick Brodenback got hooked by Marty Roberts. Marty Roberts went up on his lid, and then Tom McGee reversed and hit Tony Burt. What a mess on the backstretch.
That's very unfortunate. I know we were talking about Marty Roberts at the beginning of the race and saying how good he was doing.
Well, there was a lot of guys in that wreck. I wonder if he got somebody to flip him over that already had damage. Flip him back over, that is. But that kind of reminded me of the wreck in the Xfinity race on Friday, where the whole stinking field got collected in turn 1. Except this time it was in turn 3.
Yeah, I didn't actually watch that race, but I did see the highlights. It looked very similar. It was big wreck out of these guys.
All right, let's match up the similarities to the Xfinity race with this one. Caution plagued, check. Massive one into the entry of one of the corners and cause a parking lot, check. A great battle for the lead between teammates, check. I mean, it's starting to look like the Xfinity race.
Well, if they keep that up, then we're gonna see a fight at the end of this thing. And
you think it's gonna be RJ and Kavaja Holt or RJ and Alex Murray? Who do you think it's gonna be between? Let's make some bets.
I don't want to do that to any of these drivers, but I don't know. I mean,
and I wasn't singling any of y'all out, and it's just I was just kind of guessing.
I think the respect between the top 3 drivers, Root, Murray, Samuelson, I don't think that it would come down to a fight between any of those drivers. The amount of respect that goes on there, it's incredible.
It really is. They're always driving clean, and the only time they really get in wrecks is if they get caught up in it. But they haven't been in the back all day, and they don't expect to be there anymore. Or this race. Alex Murray gonna try to pull what RJ Root did earlier. Can't quite get it done. RJ Root's gonna get clear, but Alex Murray, will he put the bumper to his teammate and say, hey, it's my turn to lead again. I'll let you by earlier, but I want it now.
Yeah, I think for Murray, because he won the pole, and he led those laps early on, we're seeing here with Root having a better restart, Murray might want to try his best to get in front of Root as fast as possible, knowing that one of these restarts he might not be able to get back up there or even have a chance to get the lead back.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's always a great battle between these guys. We saw it last week before RJ got loose. We saw it at Coda before he spun, and still even then they beat and banged the whole rest of the way. And just great battling between these two, and right now they're our championship favorites.
Yeah, it's going to come down all the way to the end as long as these guys
Oh,
keep advancing.
caution.
We're under another caution. Big down the backstretch.
Let's see. We see Leo Bonacasa and Warren Young. Is that where it starts? No, Jeff O'Rourke just spun into Warren Young. Everybody else missed him, so good for him. Does he? He's gonna try to get. He's going backwards. What's this? What? That's confusing. I think he's just letting everybody go, and then he'll try to reverse it.
Yeah, just try to find an opening where he can match the
Yeah.
gas, get that car turned around.
Well, it's gonna be a very small opening because he finally gets it turned back around. Yeah, there we go. RJ Root, half the field or more pitted, and that puts Alex Murray and Josh Ward up front. So, mixed bag of strategies, and I think it's going to be entertaining to see. Will this get RJ and Ryan caught up in a wreck? Maybe not. Maybe it will. We'll just have to see.
You know, Joseph, this goes back to what I talked about earlier in the race, trying different strategies. I like the strategy that Root, Samuelson, and others just did there. You know, it could end up with them it being involved in an accident, but if it doesn't, you know, they could very well be on their way to getting right back up to the front and having that track position.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, but you never know. You could also see what we've seen all night long, wreck that might not be their fault, but still get collected in it because a lot of these guys up in front of them have damage. But, tempers have been definitely flaring in the voice chats. Throughout the night, we've seen a lot of people mad. But you got to get over your feelings at Martinsville. Like Larry Mack said, they used to go to a restaurant. I can't remember the name, but he said, "Hey, let's leave our emotions here and pick it back up when we leave Martinsville." Will they do that, or will they tempers boil over in race chat after?
Yeah, it's one of those things where these guys, they do race each other every single week, and the SNN schedule follows the actual NASCAR schedule, 36 races out of the season. So these guys are racing each other 36 times, you know, weeks. And so just the respect that goes a long way.
It really does, and I mean, we're gonna see it happen for the first time. Alex Murray doesn't have teammates to defend him up front. Josh Ward gonna go side by side with him, and Josh Ward backs out of it. And Josh Ward might be down on power. I'm not sure, but let's talk about Leo Bonacasa. He's having a strong run. Really haven't talked about him getting in any trouble tonight, and he's about to make a pass on Chad Sanner for the 5th position.
He's doing a great job. Currently in 6th place, like you said, just kind of riding behind Chad Sanner. And there is another caution. Joseph, I kind of feel like it's every time I start speaking, I might just not say another word this race. Looks like the number 60 on the backstretch.
We'll see here. I believe it might have involved Steve Giverson. Let's see. Oh, a big net code.
Between Nicholas Breidenbach and Steve Giverson.
Austin Story, ever since he had to take that restroom break, has been almost involved in everything, but he's had to stop on track every time to miss it, and I believe it's been caught up in one of them. So, I mean, that's pretty good luck, if you ask me. I mean, of course, the one definitely gave him a lot of damage, though.
Couple of takers down pit road. Not many. I think I see 4 drivers down pit road.
Kovaja Holt, Ryan Decker, Austin Story, Ken Ron, Jeff O'Rourke. But this has definitely been a fun race. Like, share, comment, subscribe, whatever you gotta do. Let us know you're loving watching us over at ESBN on YouTube or SRM on Facebook. It's been a fun race, and I think it's going to continue to be like that.
Yeah, and we're now past halfway, Joseph, and 96 laps to go currently.
I see somebody over in Facebook chat. We haven't really shouted them out at all, but Damon Lester said, "Look at that 45 go, great broadcast, guys. Go 2311 Racing." Like I said, we're always watching all the chats, and like it's been a great race to watch and a great race to commentate. So thank you guys for always tuning in and letting us know you're loving the broadcast. But any little like, share, subscribe will help. Turn on that notification to see these all throughout the week. We got racing almost 24/7, 365 over here at SRM and ESBN. We even got races noon on Tuesdays in the Night Shift Racing League. I think that's really cool. So if you're at work not having the greatest day, go ahead, turn that on, and they always provide some good racing.
Yeah, multiple races every single night. And we just get to be the lucky guys to call these races on Sunday nights.
We're about to go green, though. I'm excited. Will Alex Murray be able to hold off Tom McGee and Josh Ward? We'll have to see here. Chad Sanders restarting 4th, Leo Bonacasa 5th, and 6th, Nolan Hodgson. 7th, Seba Cornez, 8th, Raymond Root, 9th, Joe Stafford, 10th, Randy Spivey. And we are off and away. Alex Murray's going to get clear, and we're going to go back to watch Leo Bonacasa and Chad Sanders. Chad Sanders straight into the wall. Not sure what happened there. He'll keep it up there, and everybody's going to keep it green. Now Nolan Hodgson and Seba Cornez side by side. Nolan always on that top line somehow. Every time we look at him, he's going to get clear Seba Cornez. I thought, but maybe not. And RJ just taking his time back here, and he'll look to get under Nolan. But has to lock up his brakes to not hit Seba, so it's kind of like a roadblock. It's really hard to pass here, and if you do move them, well, just be careful not to get yourself involved.
You know, Joseph, we've heard of the Harry Gant groove, the Dale Earnhardt Jr. line, Kyle Larson line. I think we're starting to see the Nolan Hodgson line at Martinsville, because I don't know how he's doing it on that outside.
Yeah, I mean, he's the only person I've ever seen run the top like that, except for maybe in 2018 when you saw Joey Logano and Martin Truex go at it. They were able to run the top that race, which was really odd. But let's go back and see this caution here. Chris Gore spins it. Let's see. I'm seeing SDK tell me that there was contact with the leaders. Doesn't look like there's any contact between these guys, but they all had to stop on track.
Yeah, it kind of became a parking lot on the front stretch because of that, but luckily nothing big came out of that. Now we're seeing a lot of drivers come down pit road that have yet to come down. So this is going to cycle RJ Root, Ryan Samuelson, Seba Cornez, Tom McGee, right back up to the front.
Yeah, unfortunate for Josh Ward as that caution when they all stopped, people were able to get by, and iRacing told them to let these guys by.
That's definitely a bummer for Josh Ward. Didn't lose too many spots, though, but unfortunately it is more spots than I'm sure he wanted to lose there.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunate for those guys that lost positions there. But we still got, like, what, 87 to go? So, still a long time to get through this. And, it's definitely been a great race.
Yeah, the battle up front has just been incredible. And I'm excited to see now what these guys that just came down pit road's going to be able to do. It's like Josh Ward came down pit road that time.
I mean, yeah, he lost some spots, so might as well just go down pit road and get some tires. But that's going to put Alex Murray the farthest back. I think he's been all season, it seems like, and 18th, 19th, so, I mean, definitely going to be fun to watch him try to work his way through the field. And RJ Root, Ryan Samuelson, Seba Cornez is your new third place. Fourth, Tom McGee. Fifth, Joe Stafford. I told y'all, even though he got caught up in that wreck at Martinsville, he is going to be back up front because his name is Short Track Joe for a reason. He's fifth. Sixth, you got J.C. Gibson, I believe. Seventh, Kevin Rourke. Eighth, Dakota Cave. Ninth, Nick Breidenbach. And 10th, Kovaja Holt. All the Propel guys in the top 10, so that's good to see. Starting to look like FFR, just not right up front in the very lead, but RJ Root gets a good jump and probably counted out Ryan Samuelson down in their Discord channel. Was able to get clear there. Tom McGee had an excellent restart there from the fourth position and got clear of Seba Cornez. Seba just lets Short Track Joe Stafford by, and wow, great pass for Joe Stafford and J.C. Gibson. You go back a little bit farther, and you see Dakota Cave trying to make a move on Kevin Rourke. Can't quite do it. And now that happened, Nick Breidenbach is looking to make a move on Dakota Cave. Go back to Alex Murray. He's stuck on the top trying to pass Steve Giberson right now. I think he'll get through that pretty easily because, I mean, Giberson has a little bit of nose damage. Sure, he has some RPM damage. He's clear. Now he sets his sights on Dave Regal. We've seen Dave Regal in quite a few incidents tonight. He's a partner over at SRM, so unfortunate to see him fall to the into the grips of Martinsville. But Alex Murray's girlfriend just in the chat asked what happened with Alex Murray. He just pitted and nobody else did. He's working his way back through the field.
Ooh, did Tom McGee just have an issue, Joseph?
I think he did. Not able to go back and look on SDK. I don't see what happened there. But we'll watch him as he fell back to 11th, right outside the top 10. Austin Story, we've seen him in such a mess this whole race. He's up to the top 10.
99 in the wall.
Kevin Rourke, what happened with him? Let's see, does he get a little help from Dakota Cave? No, he just has his brake bias a little too low and goes around. Looked a lot like what happened with Josh Ward around lap 3 or 4, so unfortunate to see that, but we see some new players up front. We see RJ Root, as always, Ryan Samuelson. Those guys haven't left the top 3, but for maybe 15 laps. Joe Stafford, his first time in the top 3 after Tom McGee had a little incident. JC Gibson in 4th, had a great run last week. Came up short after running down Alex Murray and burning up his stuff. Seba Cornez, 5th. 6th, Dakota Cave. 7th, Nick Brodenbach. 8th, Kavaja Holt. 9th, Big Money Austin Story. 10th, Tom McGee. 11th, Ryan Decker. Alex Murray, after restarting 19th, is up to 12th. 13th, Randy Spivey. 14th, Dave Regal. 15th, Steve Giberson. 16th, Leo Bonacasa. 17th, Nolan Hodgson. 18th, William Fink. 19th, Chris Claude. 10th, Ken Ron. 11th, Josh Ward. And 22nd, Kevin Rourke. That'll round out all your lead lap cars. Definitely been an amazing race so far. And, always love seeing y'all, chat. We're always going to answer your questions as long as we see it, and we should. We should see, as this race goes on, if these guys stay up front and if Alex Murray can get back through the field.
Yeah, he was doing a great job trying to pick them off one by one. Right now, back in the Hornet's Nest, but looks like he's up to P10, so a little bit ways to get back up there, but doing good so far.
Alright, so we're on our 15th caution of the night. And the record of cautions came in this race last year. It was 29. And 14 cautions away. Do you think we can do it?
I don't think so. And something else to note, Joseph, is that this race was a little bit longer last year as well. Reducing the race down to 200 laps from 250. I don't think we'll get up there. Definitely not done with the cautions yet, but 73 laps to go. It'll be 72 when they take the green here. I don't think we get up there.
I don't either. Just some food for thought. Just thought I'd say it. It's an interesting stat, but let's go on the in-car. Joe Stafford here for this restart. Doesn't quite get a good run. He just doesn't have the acceleration that even his teammate does, and JC Gibson will get clear of him. Unfortunate for Joe. He just doesn't have the acceleration on the restarts because of that modified he's driving. But a good battle between Nick Brodenbach and Kavaja Holt, Austin Story, and Alex Murray. This is a good 4 or 5 way battle now that Randy Spivey is in it, and Dave Regal. Let's see what happened here.
Oh, Tom McGee getting collected in that. Just another one of those instances. See there with
yeah, just
early
on
braking.
Yeah, just tempers over the radio once again. But we'll have to see. JC Gibson, he's starting to turn into a perennial top 5 driver, and it's exciting to watch.
Yeah, I believe, Joseph, that JC Gibson is on the same strategy as the 2 drivers ahead of him, Samuel and Root. Be interesting to see now that he's going to be restarting in that 3rd position on the inside, how he will be able to handle this restart, and if he's able to maybe challenge these FFR or Sim Racing Edge guys that not really had a challenge for the lead at all tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he really hasn't. But Rebecca Miller in chat says, "Woohoo, go Dakota Cave." We shouted him out earlier for you, but we'll go ahead and shout him out again.
Yeah, riding top 5 right now. His car does not look all that pretty, but it's Martinsville. You don't need a clean car to get around here.
You really don't, and I mean, it's just you see 4th place doesn't even have a nose or bumper, so you definitely don't need one. Next caution we'll bring in. How about we bring in Dakota Cave next caution? Talk to him and see how he's doing. But that's something to look forward to and keep y'all entertained. Just not the race these guys have been looking for. We are 1 to green again, but these guys probably frustrated with how many cautions we've seen. Lap 135, about 65 laps to go when we go green. So, these guys certainly aren't happy with how this race is going, but if they can get a good 30-40 lap run in, this race will go by quickly.
Yeah, it takes about 4 laps a minute here. It does not take a long time.
Yeah, for sure. And JC Gibson doesn't get a great start. That'll let Joe Stafford into the position. We see these guys trading spots every restart, it seems, Joe and JC. Maybe that 3rd car or that 2nd car on the bottom isn't the place to be. We go back and Alex Murray, he got caught up in something.
Oh, they're still wrecking in the back. That's one of the worst things is, being back there in that hornet's nest.
Yeah, it just looked like a little bit of contact between Nick Brodenbach and Kavaja Holt, and unfortunate for those guys. Oh, we had Jeff O'Rourke on his lid.
Man, that's 2 we've seen flipped over tonight.
Well, we saw one in the Kool-Aid Monster Cup Series, but I said we bring in Dakota Cave. Let's go ahead and do that. If you could pull him in here, Josh.
Let me go ahead and do that for you.
This is your 6th place runner, Dakota Cave. Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are y'all doing tonight?
Oh, we're doing good. We've seen Rebecca Miller in chat saying go Dakota Cave. We just wanted to pull you in here, tell you you're having a good run, and what do you think you can do to get out there and battle with RJ and Ryan?
On the restarts, I'm getting really good on the outside, and getting good runs off turn one, but it's just trying to pass people on the inside whenever they've already got that line held. It's kind of a pain, but just holding in there and hoping they make a mistake so I can shoot underneath of them.
Yeah, man. Good luck out there. We'll let you get back to your team and go get them.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
That's your 6th place runner, Dakota Cave. Man, having a great run.
Yeah, currently 6th place. He's doing a great job. I believe he qualified, 15th place, so gain of about 9 positions from where he started.
You are correct. 15th place he started, but as this race goes on, we'll continue to pull drivers in here. Well, I think we found out why Alex Murray's having all the problems. Every time his girlfriend looks away from the screen, something happens to him, so maybe she just needs to keep all eyes on the screen cheering him on.
Heard of broadcaster's curse. Now you've heard of the
girlfriend
curse. It's always awesome to have family and friends watching you race. Unfortunate when you have issues, but
yeah, it is. And RJ Root about to go green with Ryan Samuelson on the outside, Joe Stafford on the inside, and on the outside row 2 will be JC Gibson. It seems like every time one of these Propel guys restarts bottom bottom second row, they trade spots.
That's just something we've seen all night, with someone on the outside getting a great restart. Time being JC Gibson doing a great job. P3 at the moment.
Hey, we see Dakota Cave. We talked to him under that break. He's moved up into the 5th position after restarting 6th. And where did he come from? Austin Story, caught up in a wreck after he took her restroom break, is up into the top 6, and he's going to set his sights on Dakota Cave.
You know, the way Austin Story's car kind of looks and the way his race kind of been, it kind of reminds me of a certain movie where driver hit everything but the pace car. And this rate, it's not the driver's fault at all of Austin Story, but doing a great job despite the circumstances to be currently P6. See Joe Stafford making a move on JC Gibson.
Yeah, and that'll let Dakota Cave on the inside of JC Gibson, and JC Gibson's going to have to get down somewhere because there is a big long train, and it looks like an affiliation between 23 and 11 and Propel. Austin kind of let him in there, and now Nick Brodenbach's on the move trying to get by Seba Cornez.
Seba a little bit wide there, but gets a great run on exit.
Yeah,
Brodenbach
sure
definitely
is.
has the preferred line.
Yeah, I mean, great battle so far. I believe this couple more laps and we'll have the longest green flag round of the race. I say that and we'll probably get a caution. Let's hope not. And let's hope we get a great green flag run. But, great battle between Seba Cornez and Nolan Hodgson.
And both those drivers, a little bit of damage on their cars. Looks like more in the rear on both of the 54 and the 16.
Yeah, I mean, it's just sort of like a single file line right here. Nobody really willing to make a move, but Ryan Samuelson sticking right in there with RJ Root. Let's see if I can click onto him. We haven't really seen this much of a fight throughout the season with Ryan Samuelson and RJ Root, but last year in the Xfinity race for Monday Night NASCAR, in the spring, Ryan Samuelson actually took home the W after reporting or commentating the whole race from in the car with Neil Hale. So that was definitely interesting thing we saw him do last year. But great battle between these guys, and looks like we got a change for the 5th position between Austin Story and Dakota Cave, or not Dakota Cave, and
Dakota Cave is up in 4th place.
JC Gibson. Let's go back and watch this pass. Looks like JC Gibson just got a little loose under braking and had to let Austin Story go, but textbook pass, wait for somebody to make a mistake, was Austin Story right there. Something I really like watching is the brakes. It doesn't seem like Dakota Cave has that much rear brake in the car, because you see the fronts glowing, but you don't see the rears. Let's go back and watch JC Gibson down the backstretch and see how much he has. But I said Austin Story got by JC Gibson, but JC Gibson got right back, and yeah, he has quite... All of them have a lot of front brake. But let's go back and look at the pass between JC Gibson and Austin Story. I felt like I said that in reverse a couple laps ago, but I did. Just JC Gibson got a good run off and cleared him.
Story did a great job to stay ahead of Breidenbach, so he didn't really get freight trained from the bottom.
Yeah, for sure. Great battle still up front. Just a little bit of lap traffic could influence this race either way, because it looks like William Byron and Chase Elliott through the first stages of that race in real life. Just 4/10 back, not really wanting to make a move on either of them when they were both up front. We haven't seen Ryan lead tonight, but I feel like that's going to change here soon.
I'm wondering if Ryan's just kind of going to school right here, seeing what route he's able to do. I mean, this is the longest run that we've seen these guys have, so now's the time to try to learn what is the guy in front of me doing that's different than what I'm doing. How is he able to wrap that bottom, or is he trying to diamond the corner? We see here doing a great job wrapping the bottom. We look back at Austin Story and Alex Murray here. Murray making his way up currently P6.
Oh, and we got a
caution is out.
Okay, here's the thing. These guys have been running 19.7s, 19.4s. Do you pit here? It looked like Marty just got a little loose on the throttle under acceleration and got loose. But what do you think here? These guys pit or no?
I don't think. All right, I'm kind of surprised. I was gonna say I don't think if you're in the top 10, you come down pit road. But these guys proved me wrong here.
And Alex Murray, he's in the lead now. So what do you think there?
Alex Murray, and he's not the only one that stayed out here.
Nick
so
Rodenbach, Nolan Hodgson, Tom McGee,
Yeah.
Leo Bonacasa.
So obviously, I said if you're in the top 10, I don't think you come down pit road. Obviously, these guys had different ideas. So for Murray, I think it was a great idea, great decision. He saw everybody in front of him come down pit road, so stay out. Tire fall off is we keep talking about that. It's almost non-existent here. 38 laps to go. We know they're not done wrecking. We could see another green flag run like we just had, but I don't think we're done under yellows, Joseph. So I like Murray's call here, and I'm wondering, did Ryan Samuelson have an issue? I saw him a little bit slow there, kind of letting cars by.
If you could go back and look at his mile per hour through pit road, I believe pit road speed's at what, 35?
do believe that is correct.
Well, we just got confirmation over the radio that Ryan Samuelson did pit, or not pit. We saw that. He sped, so
Very unfortunate.
it really is. The best run he's had all season just ends up being a little bit of a speeding penalty, almost like Denny Hamlin back in really any year.
Coming towards the end of the race, it is not the time to have mistakes like that. Could be costly, but Ryan, he's a smart driver. He's gonna be there. He's gonna be competing for wins this season for sure, and been really strong tonight. I'm curious though, Joseph, with this different strategy, looks like RJ Root is gonna restart what, 7th place?
Yeah, something like
Curious
that.
How the strategy's gonna play out here. Gonna be 34 to go, and we take the green flag here. So.
Well, you see Alex Murray back to the point. Will he be able to hold on to it? He's off and away. Nick Brun back second, third. Nolan Hodgson.
Leo Bonacasa in 4th. All the drivers in the top 5 have had issues tonight. Been in an accident of some kind.
Oh yeah, for sure. Austin Story on the outside of Kavaja Holt. Will he be able to make that move? Or not Austin Story, that's Leo Bonacasa. Austin Story's on the inside of RJ Root. But great battle right here. Looks like Daytona and Talladega. I won't be here next week or...
Oh, big accident in the back. Tom McGee, I saw around, as well as...
Dakota Cave.
Oh, man. Dakota Cave.
What? Alright, here we go. Dakota Cave just got loose, came down into Tom McGee. Seba Cornez got a little bit of damage. Ken Ron, Dave Regal. Unfortunate for those guys.
Were they 3 wide exiting the corner?
I think they were. I think that's what caused it.
Man, that's very unfortunate.
Alright, we haven't talked to him all season. We've talked to Alex Murray a ton. Let's go ahead and bring in Nolan Hodgson into the booth, see how he's doing, if I can get him in here. And this is your second place runner, Nolan Hodgson. Josh, take it away.
Hey, Nolan, you're having a great run. Sitting P2 right now. What's going to take for you to get it done?
Well, I got to find a way to get past this 40 car right here. He's been fast a lot. I just need to... I don't know what I need to do differently, but I just need to try to get past him.
You've been doing a great job on the outside on a lot of restarts. I mentioned earlier we've seen the Harry Gant groove. Dale Jr. was one that was very known to run high line. Kyle Larson high line. And I mentioned we got the Nolan Hodgson Martinsville line. Is that just your car really strong on the outside, really able to roll the way you want it to?
Well, I think it's a lot of just... I guess, yeah, the way the setup is, it's allowing me to get through the corners a lot better. There's been a lot of stack-ups on the inside line, which has really been helping me be able to pass people on the outside.
All right, well, great run so far. Maybe we'll talk to you a little bit later.
I hope so.
That's your second place runner, Nolan Hodgson. Let's let him go back to his team in 2311. But, great run for those guys over at 2311. All 3 of them in the top 6. Maybe that'll continue. Those guys over there work so hard every week. We even saw Austin Story and Nolan Hodgson in the iFormula 1 League earlier today. Austin got P4, Nolan P9. Go tune in to those guys over at 3:30 Eastern every Sunday. Next week, I believe they have an off week because of Easter. And then they'll be right back at it at Spa, I believe, on April 24th. So, go tune into those guys, and I'll be making my debut in that league on the 1st. So, that'll be at Watkins Glen. Should be fun. Go check them out. It's full distance F1.
Yeah, great run by those guys earlier, and they're here having a great run again tonight.
Off and away, Alex Murray goes. Nolan Hodgson gets a great restart as well. He's able to stick right with Alex Murray. Now, Nolan Hodgson gonna try to make a move, but we got a battle for 5th, maybe 3 wide. Oh, RJ Root has to back out of it, but he punts Leo Bonacasa, but the caution's out, and I believe it was John Buwalda, our Tuesday night NASCAR truck owner. Looks like he just got loose and went around. Unfortunate for him. Hope he can get it back going. He's one of the most respected guys out here. Hope to see him get going. But as these cautions keep coming out, RJ Root hasn't been able to make any moves through the field, while guys on tires like Kavaja Holt have. So, I believe Kavaja's on tires. Let's see.
I see here that Kavaja came down 38 laps ago, Joseph. So, right about the same time Alex Murray did.
Yeah, and Austin Story is the first car on fresh tires. Then you got RJ in 7th, and then back on. So, really not seeing the tires come into play, but it should be interesting to see if it does as the next 20 laps go by.
And this is going to be a short sprint to the finish. If they're able to stay green, because 23 laps here is a lot shorter than 23 laps at, say, Daytona.
Oh, yeah, for sure. There's about a 30-second lap difference between those. We also got Craig Burns in the chat saying Martinsville is a tough track. It really is. It's fun, though. It's tough but fun, and these guys, while they're under green, are probably having a great time. But right now, it's just these guys struggling. But I think they'll get it going in these next 20 laps, and I'll try to speak it into existence and say we get a nice 20-lap green flag run to the finish. But as these laps keep ticking by, if we get another caution, I'll bring in Alex Murray. I do think we're about to go 1 to green. That's why I'm not bringing him in this time. But if we do get another caution, I'll bring him in here. If not, he'll probably be in the podium. So, yeah, they went 1 to green. So, let's hope we go green to the end and we can talk to him at the end. If not, we'll talk to him next week sometime, or Dave Regal will actually be in the booth for that one. Not sure who his co-commentator will be. Is it you, Josh?
It is actually not. I'm not sure who's going to be next week.
Gotcha. Looks like we have Alex Murray blinking right now and having some connectivity issues. caused a little trouble for Nolan Hodgson trying to figure out when to go. But Nick Breidenbach third and fifth making a move on the outside as RJ Root. Will he be able to get it done? Kavaja Holt wrecks right into him!
Oh my gosh. And still around, now backing up almost into somebody else and almost collecting Josh Ward. They're still trying to wreck. Holy cow.
Kavaja just got loose and overcorrected right into RJ Root. Alex Murray still having connectivity issues. Hopefully he can get that fixed.
This is the worst time to have those issues.
Let's go ahead and pull in Alex Murray. Here we go. Josh, I'm going to let you interview him here. Here we go. This is your leader, Alex Murray. Josh, take it away.
Hey, Alex, it's currently 17 laps to go. Obviously going to be less than that once we go back green, but what's it going to take for you to get this thing done?
Just be get on and restart and go from there. I think I got lucky there when we had that one green run. Got to get around some guys and put myself in this position. RJ and Ryan Pitt brought some guys down with them, and now we're here. So, see what happens.
How's the car handling after being involved in that accident from earlier?
Oh, it's still faster than the field, so we're good.
All right, well, maybe we'll talk to you here in just a few.
I hope so.
Good luck out there.
Thank you.
That was your leader, Alex Murray. We're going to go ahead pull him back up into his team channel. Dominance early for FFR. We've seen two have a little struggle. Two of the three, or four actually, but Charles Eaton is out of the race and scored in 34th. But two of the three that were up there dominating have had some struggles. One had a speeding and one had just got collected. Alex Murray did have some problems, but you see he's back up front. And Ryan Samuelson's slowly creeping through the field as he's in 6th.
Yeah, that penalty definitely did not help him, but currently P6, so he's still got a chance here. I wouldn't count him out.
It actually might have helped him. You saw everybody else really that pitted there get caught up in something. So maybe that helped him, but maybe it didn't. We'll see him restart 6th this time. Nolan Hodgson's going to be on that outside lane of Alex Murray. Maybe they can have some great racing up front and beat and bang for the last 14 laps. As we go on for the rest of the time, I'm going to keep the scoring, the ticker, or not the ticker, the tower, just the top 20, as only the top 17 are on the lead lap. Alex Murray takes off, but Nolan Hodgson is able to keep it on the outside and able to make it work. He'll have to back up the corner, though, to get clear. I believe a caution's out between William Fink and Tom McGee. Yeah, Tom McGee just sent it 3 wide, and there you go. Oh, RJ Root got caught up in something else. Let's. All right, you see that happen, and then caution comes out. Tom McGee slams on the brakes, and that takes out RJ Root and Marty Roberts, and then Marty Roberts came back down to Tom McGee.
You hate to see it. That's very unfortunate for RJ. Having such a good race.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate for RJ as he's gotten involved in the last 2 cautions. And hopefully he can rebound next week at Bristol Dirt. I'll definitely tune into the broadcast. I just won't be here for this week or Talladega. I'm bummed I won't be here for either. But excited to watch him. We'll definitely be tuning in.
Yeah, next week's race should be a great one. Going back to dirt. Definitely looking forward to watching that one myself. And I'll be back for Talladega.
Yeah, you will. I know it's Easter and a lot of people had plans. That's why me and Josh won't be here. But I know Dave Regal's at least producing. I'm not sure who his second man will be. But I'm looking forward to being back at, I think, where will we be racing in 2 weeks? Or 3 weeks' time. I'll have to look that up. I believe it'll be Dover, but I'm not certain.
It is going to be Dover.
Well, there you go. It's going to be at Dover. So that's one of my favorite tracks, and I love watching. People said the Dover race last year in the spring for NASCAR Cup wasn't the greatest. I loved it personally, and in S&M we saw Ryan Samuelson win there. So the next 3 weeks, Ryan has been strong here in the past, so I'm excited to see if he can get it done. And I wouldn't put it past him to win here. I mean, restarting 5th, if he could take it 3 wide on Joe Stafford and Nick Broddenbach, he could definitely get to 3rd, and then if a caution comes out, he can lay the bumper to Alex Murray.
I'm going to restart with 7 laps to go. I'm very curious here how that's going to play out. It's go time. It's crunch time right here at the end. What's Joe going to do on this restart, or even Nolan? It's done a great job on the outside.
Yeah, I mean, you heard Alex Murray call a shot and say he's faster than the field. Let's see if that's the case, as Nolan Hodgson gets another great restart, and he'll be right on the bumper of Alex Murray. Can he make a move into 3? But there was a little incident, and Nolan Hodgson locked up his brakes and went high. That'll open up the door for Ryan Samuelson in 3rd. If they get one more caution, then he'll restart right behind our leader, Alex Murray. I know they're teammates, but with 5 to go, are you really teammates?
It's the greatest question we've seen a few times in the last few weeks. Real NASCAR. Teammates moving teammates.
Oh yeah, for sure. And great battle throughout the field. And is this the time where we're gonna get our green flag run? Certainly does appear so. But we got a 2-wide battle between Josh Ward and Austin Story. We'll see if they can keep that up. And now RJ Root on the outside of Josh Ward. Unfortunate day for RJ, but with 4, maybe 3 to coming to 3 to go. There we go. Nick Broddenbach is around.
Caution.
And this is what Ryan Samuelson wanted. He wanted a caution to pull back up to the leader of Alex Murray. That is not what Alex Murray wanted, but just a single car spin there. And will Ryan Samuelson or Nolan Hodgson have something for Alex Murray? We do have 5 green-white checkers. This could come down to 5 green-white checkers, and that would put us at 28 cautions. You know, we haven't quite got to 20. We won't quite get to 29, but we could get to 27 or 28 before this is all through.
Joseph, I just got a big smile on my face, and it's because with Ryan being right up there, he is on roughly 20 lap pressure tires than Alex Murray, and 50 lap pressure tires than Nolan. I don't know what's gonna happen. Obviously, none of us know what's gonna happen, but I'm telling you, Ryan has the best shot to win this race here. And you know that whole teammate thing where Alex was possibly saying, you know, when he was restarting. I don't think
he's gonna do that. Yeah,
it is gonna take Ryan having a great restart and being right there on the bumper of Murray when they come out of turn 2, so he has a great opportunity down the backstretch going into turn 3.
Yeah, I mean, he sure does. But at Coda, we saw teammates of Alex Murray and RJ Root. RJ said in his interview, hey, if Alex Murray hadn't brake checked me in the final corner, and it would have just done more damage to me if I hit him, he was going to lay the bumper to him. So, I mean, you know these FFR guys like winning. They don't care who wins and what they have to do to win. They just, one of them wants to win. They don't care in the final few laps if their teammates or not. You saw all the teamwork and stuff throughout the first part of the race. That is no more, and these guys are going to be beating and banging for the final 3, 4, 5 overtimes we might get.
You know, Joseph, there's a saying, and a lot of race car drivers say it too, that they would spin their grandma for a win. You know, and I Murray and Samuelson, they're not grandma and grandchild. They're friends, teammates, and have a lot of respect for each other. But hey, a win, when it comes down to a win, you want to do everything you possibly can to get that win. Ryan, he is a strong race car driver, very talented. I've seen him grow a lot over the course of him being on iRacing. Ryan's going to do what it takes to get the win here.
Yeah, you see how far Alex Murray backed it up, and he's going to jet ahead there. Nolan Hodgson gets a great restart right lined up with Alex Murray. He had a great car. Oh, God dang! Ryan Samuelson on the inside! Ryan Samuelson to the point! He'll take over the lead from Alex Murray. Joe Stafford third. The contact between Alex Murray and Nolan Hodgson might have just handed Ryan Samuelson the lead. What an amazing race this has been. Coming out of 2 for the final time. Murray down the backstretch through 3 and 4. He's not going to get there. Ryan Samuelson wins at Martinsville.
Great job out of Ryan Samuelson to not make a mistake there at the end. And I think his pressure tires came into play to start pull away from Murray. Murray absolutely was just dominated this race.
What a finish.
And a great third place finish out of Stafford.
My heart is pounding so fast. Maybe the fastest it's ever done for a broadcast. I personally have known Ryan for a long time. I know he doesn't have the greatest or not the greatest. He didn't have the greatest of seasons last year, but he's paying it off with a win here at Martinsville.
Ryan is one of my buddies, and I don't talk to him a lot like I used to. And I remember Ryan when he was just getting started and really trying to figure things out. And I kept telling him, dude, just keep your head in it. You're gonna win one of these times. And it seemed like every single time he kept having the opportunity, just not able to get it done. Finally was able to get it done, and it's not slowed him down at all. I don't know how many S&M wins this is for Ryan now.
believe
But
it might be 3. I know he won at Dover last year. I'm not certain. I'll fact check it real quick.
he has not slowed down. Once he got that first win, he's been up there fighting every single week for that win. Great job out of Ryan tonight.
It sure was. I'm still checking to see how many wins Ryan has. He had 3 last year. Okay. So this is his 4th career win in the Sunday Night NASCAR Davis Brothers Roofing Cup Series. But let's go ahead go through the field before we bring in Joe Stafford, our 3rd place finisher. First, we got Ryan Samuelson. 2nd, Alex Murray. 3rd, Joe Stafford. 4th, JC Gibson. 5th, Randy Spivey. 6th, Dakota Cave. 7th, Seba Cornez. 8th, Leo Bonacasa. 9th, Austin Story. 10th, Josh Ward. 11th, Tom McGee. 12th, Nick Brodenbeck. 13th, Chris Claude. 14th, Nolan Hodgson. 15th, Raymond Root. 16th, Steve Giberson. 17th, Bob Nestor. 18th, John Buwalda. 19th, William Fink. 10th, Ken Ron. 20th, Ken Ron. 21st, Kavaja Holt. 22nd, Kevin Rourke. 23rd, Marty Roberts. 24th, Dave Regal, partner over at SRM with us. 25th, Chad Sander. 26th, Ryan Decker. 27th, Jeff O'Rourke. 28th, Chris Gore Sr. 29th, Warren Young. 30th, Tony Burt. 31st, Jeff Carson. 32nd, Andrew Layton. 33rd, Alex Princeton. 34th, Charles Eaton. 35th, last but not least, David Barnes. Alright, that was your field, and Josh, I believe we got Joe Stafford. Hey Joe, this is the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Got you guys.
Hey man, you had a strong run in the beginning and got caught up in something. You think you had anything for him if you didn't have that damage on the car?
Oh, without a doubt. This Chester Water Chevrolet Camaro was on rails before I got dumped for like 3 times throughout this whole race, and actually knocked out 100 RPM. So I was racing with 1900 RPMs this whole race, and it was kind of really bad.
Yeah, man. Unfortunate. We saw you got caught up in quite a few of those. Great run for Propel, and anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, shout out to Propel and everyone over there. They work hard and they're great people. Shout out to Chester Water Authority. I really do appreciate them being on the car this season. I've had a hard couple weeks, and hopefully I could make this a habit of being in the booth at the end of the race every week. And yeah, thanks to everyone in the league, and thank you to you guys in the booth.
Yeah, man, you said it. Starting to get back to the ways of last season where you might not have had the greatest car, but got that podium anyways. We'll talk to you later, and see you next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That was the 57 of Joe Stafford, your 3rd place finisher.
Gotcha.
Let's go ahead and bring in Alex Murray, our 2nd place finisher. Josh, I think you got a copy on him.
Yeah, Alex, unfortunately, you finished 2nd, but great run overall tonight. Describe that last restart.
Nolan was trying to control it, being 2nd place, and he'd been doing it every restart since he started 2nd, and I'd finally had enough of it and gave him the door going into 1. And plan was to try to let Ryan get by me anyway, so it worked out. Now we're on the playoffs, and we can move forward.
So, overall, throughout this entire race, you had issues. Once you did get into the back, came down, have some damage. I did ask you earlier how that really affected the car, but going back through all of that, was there anything in this race that might have changed how you finished at the end.
No, I don't think so. I mean, we all had a plan to if Samuelson was within the fight for the win, we were gonna try to get him to win. So, I mean, I was just as fast with the damage as I wasn't. So, I mean, the car was great, and I mean, Ryan was able to drive it, RJ was able to drive it, and I mean, spent hours on it this week. Fell asleep a couple times working on it. I mean, we've put in a lot of work this week, and it showed tonight, I think.
So how hard is it, you know, to just kind of hand over a win to a teammate?
It's not easy, but it's something you've got to do, for sure. We all want to be in the playoffs, and the way Samuelson's year's been so far, it hasn't been looking like he's going to get a win. So this was his best opportunity, and we had to take advantage of that.
Well, I gotta know who gets it done for you.
The simracingedge.com. We put in a lot of work over there. RJ, Ryan Chall, Brennan Poole, Quinn Houff, everybody that's involved over there. Charge Racing, and yeah, I mean, I've got Keep It Teal Ovarian Cancer Foundation on the car, supporting my aunt, and yeah, so it's been it was a good week. I'd say, you know, a couple things could have gone different, but overall it was great, and congrats to Ryan on the win, and let's go do it next week.
Well, that was your second place finisher, Alex Murray. Let's go ahead and bring in Ryan, our winner. I think I got a copy on him. Hey Ryan, this is the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey man, great run out there. Josh said it under that right before that restart happened. He said, I think Ryan Samuelson has the best chance with the newer tires, and well, he was right, and the contact happened in front of you and you slid on by. What were you thinking when that happened?
See hole, go through hole, take lead. And that's kind of what you see. Like Murray alluded to, the whole kind of getting me a win. Again, I greatly appreciate as a teammate, but at the end of the day, I still gotta get better to be able to compete better with RJ and Alex weekend with it. I think I took a lot better step forward with that this week. I was able to keep pace with them a lot more this week. But yeah, like once I saw that hole, you gotta go for it.
Yeah, man. Great run. You battled through adversity with that speeding penalty. Anybody you'd like to thank?
Obviously Alex and Edge Setup Shop for honestly the set was great. For the few days I've been able to run it, it was just it's probably the best thing I've ever run around here. He built a monster race up this week. I think any three of us deserve to win that race. Magic, as always, Mid-Atlantic Innovation Collaboratory. Run More, a new sponsor coming on soon. And you guys for putting on a show. Josh, you know I love you in the booth. Joseph, you know you're great. James, if he hears me, love you, buddy. You're doing great as well. All you guys that do the booth.
Yeah, great run out there, and hopefully you can go do it again next week at Bristol Dirt.
Yeah, I like the dirt, man. Let's go.
Well, that was your winner, Ryan Samuelson. That pretty much wraps it up here. Josh, you got any last comments?
Oh man, I'm not really sure what to say. That race was very exciting up front, race long, and great job for Ryan.
Yeah, man. Well, I think that's pretty much it. That's all for us at Sim Racing Media, our partners over at Jones Racing Setups. We mentioned them a couple times throughout the broadcast. Go check them out. I'll post their link to their Discord in the comments. But yeah, everybody, be safe and